It would have been a case of deja vu if the former Prime Minister heeded to his earlier plans on swearing-in slated for the 12th of December, after a previous cancellation of the fete that was intended to coincide with the swearing-in of President Uhuru Kenyatta.
I, Uhuru Kenyatta.
But in a now too familiar script, the NASA People's Assembly Steering Committee has come up with a new date.
An assumption of office committee, which is already in place and working, is going to be unveiled by the NASA leadership in the coming days. And that committee will keep everybody informed of the progress and the details of that event.
A date that lawyer George Kithi maintains will just be another day in the calendar.
If he swears in himself as the executive of Kenya, as the president of Kenya, that is criminal. If he swears himself in or he's sworn in for any other position other than the president of the Republic of Kenya, there's nothing wrong with that.
But they're actually trying to form an assumption of office committee, which is an article, I think, on 4141 that makes plans for the swearing in of the president. Isn't that illegal or legal?
I think Kenyans should read that, that an opposition is a government in waiting. It can have structures that are a replica of the government itself. So the opposition can have a president in the opposition, they can have a vice president in the opposition, in fact they can have a parliament in the opposition.
The city-based renowned lawyer now says that Odinga is only playing politics to satisfy his proponents.
And during the campaigns, that those people who funded Raila Odinga as a politician, he became therefore an instrument of investment, and politics became the environment of investment. Eventually, when he lost, it became a loss to those who have invested, and they have to keep on reaping and keep on the political activities until they are not only compensated, but they derive benefit and profit from the political activities that they otherwise invested in.
According to the coalition plans to swear in, the two principles are based on Article 1 that thrives power on sovereignty of the people, a myth that was demystified by lawyer Kithi.
If we elect a president, by whatever means, by whatever controversy, if that person occupies the office, we then stop exercising the sovereign power. The person then becomes the president, and therefore he represents us at whatever fora. That means, therefore, that exercise of the direct exercise of democracy is only reduced into certain aspects, for instance, in a referendum and in an election.
The feeling of exhaustion has also become too synonymous, that being advanced by the undertones by some of the principles, bringing forth the dialogue discourse. But how tenable will this be to the satisfaction of many? We seek to find out.
If there's satisfaction or dissatisfaction, then I think we need to take proper remedial measures where need arises. And there's nothing improper in that. Those ordinarily who drive a reformist approach are not in the government. You can't fix that which is working. It is ordinarily in the opposition, so then it is available and completely in keeping of the opposition to keep on approaching everything in the reformist approach.
Moving forward,
I do think that nobody should lose his life because of him. I do think so. If people lose lives because of him, that's not being a good leader. I do think that he has reformed this country in many ways. He's kept governments in check. He should continue to keep governments in check.
Meanwhile, the details of the said swearing-in ceremony remain largely scanty. However, it is said it will be preceded by several regional assembly meetings and a grand convention here in Nairobi. The committee is currently in Western Kenya ahead of their first meeting on Sunday. Dina Matengo, Ebru TV.